didn't share that other video. Why not? I don't know why. Maybe next time. Maybe next days. Or next time. Try to catch my breath here. What's up with it, y'all? Yeah, tuning in again to another day in the life of the life. Hope everybody doing swell today. This is what it is. I don't know how I came into view with this. I think it was last night I was thinking about this and I just kind of wanted to talk about it to get people thoughts on it because I was more or less tripping off the because you get to thinking about God, you see everything that's going on. It's like God and where did God come from? How did God do this? And all these different things. I was okay, but this is something that I was like dummy navigating on that just had me kind of tripping out. It was like, if people like, if we didn't have something like God, if we didn't have God, bro, it's like we got God in order to protect ourselves from ourselves, protect us from us. Like nothing more than that. Because let me see, God would be like the one thing. What's up with it, young God? What's up with it, artwork 2024? But it's like God would be like the one thing that would protect us from destroying everything that we come in contact with, almost like the ants do. Like that. That's basically what I was tripping off of. Because I'm going, dang, I said, because nobody like we destroy each other. We destroy each other and we destroy everything else. Minerals that we take from this shit and we constantly that's something that we just constantly do. And it's almost like we had to create something higher than ourselves. Like if we didn't have this thing that was higher than us, what would stop us from tapping into, which all it did was kind of slow us down. Because we coming into robots, we coming into all these different things, we coming into where we're going to be starting to put ourselves within computers, put ourselves in computers, put ourselves into so many other things. So it's like we had to have something that would actually stop us from doing as much as we were. Like when you really think about it, like that's the only thing that's destroying us is us. There's nothing out there destroying people like people. Like this is something that we've been doing for so long. So then when you bring God into play, now there's nothing higher. That's something that's higher than us. And it's weird because what did we even do once we brought that into play in order to protect ourselves from ourselves and from destroying everything? We put ourselves one level beyond like under that. We said basically what we gonna do is we gonna say God made us in his image. So we put ourselves just a totem pole lower than what God is, in order to still keep us better than everything else that ever existed. That is like anything that's here, man is greater than that. We put ourselves in that category right there, to where it's like, okay, it don't matter what it is, bro. We second on the pole. We second on the totem pole to angels, to everything that exists. It doesn't matter what it is. And I was like kind of just diving into that myself last night, because I don't know, I keep getting flashbacks of that DMT experience, and it just keep on hitting me with like little information that I'll be having to come and just kind of talk about, because it's like I don't think God is what we think God is. I think all these ideas and different things that we make of it is not it. You know, even it might be one small, you know, fractal of it, but it's much more than that. Like it can't be that because like when you really sit back and think about it, we're talking about something that's why we said it's made in our image, like we were made in its image. Like basically we're saying that it thinks like us, it moves like us, it has compassion like us. The universe, the universe and reality don't have no compassion. It just does what it does. It don't matter if it run over you or not. It doesn't care. It just goes. So the thing that created everything or whatever this is, it has to be something greater than what we're putting on it because we only can take it so far with, you know, our minute ideas that we have. And it's just kind of weird because the one thing nobody wants to ever do, like that's the one thing that'll kind of destroy your career, is when you say, okay, if you come out and you say I don't believe in God. Like, you know how, man, people will shut you smooth down and like make you have to believe in this thing. Like we come up with so many reasons and so many excuses, but it's like, wow, when you looking at your own individual life and what you're going through and what you're doing, you can't compare that to everybody else's life. You can't compare that to the kids that's getting hit up in drive-bys. You can't compare that to the bombs that is going off in certain places. So it's like, even when you explaining this thing, you'll make it seem like this thing is looking out for you, but it's like, what about everybody else? Like, there's not just you here. There's everything, all these people, all these animals, all these different things going on. And we'll narrow it down to ourselves because of the way that we look at or want to accept life. And it's like, bro, I'm starting to go, bro, nah. It's it's much bigger than that. I think that thing is a trap. I'm not gonna hold you. Now I'm starting to feel like, what's up with it, Charles? Like I'm starting to feel like that thing is like a trap. You know, it all like, in order to kind of get us from not destroying this thing and to slow us down from destroying ourselves. Because if people didn't have anything that they felt like was higher than them, they would roll over shit like the ants do. You feel me? We would take over everything because we already feel like we're the most important thing on this planet. Like we even take it beyond that. We don't say we just the most important thing on the planet. It's like we the most important thing in the universe. Like in the universe. Like we don't even know the universe. Like we know this right here, but we don't know the universe, but we'll put ourselves above that thing also. So it's like, why not come in with a character like God, or, you know, whatever that thing is, in order to stop us from, you know, destroying everything that's here. Cause it's like, that's what we like do, bro. We destroy everything. Like even the things we come up with, we take that, we run it for a little bit, and we run that in the ground too. We destroy that too. It don't matter what it is, bro. Like, it's just wild. It's just wild to think about. It's wild to think about. I think I'm stuck on this God thing because I'm not trying to narrow it down and have it in a box like we do and put it, you know, like, oh, this one God is the God of everything. But yet that one God is only catering to you and you think your kind. And every time one of your kind get something happens, you got an excuse for it. Like, you know, and it's like, bro, nah, it's oh wait, hold on a second. Hold on, this is the school calling for my dog. Bye. Yeah, dang, my daughter fell going to school. But what's up with it, Charles? Yeah, man, no, dang, I forgot what I was kind of like got lost in track of what I was talking about. I think I was talking about the God character. You know, going further. This is what's up, CJ. I was talking more about the God character because I don't know when you dive in, bro, and you come back, it's like you didn't looked over every idea, every fact, every fiction. It's like you took all these things and you were able to look at them all at one time. And then when you just drop back into the reality, it's like you can begin to look at things differently. And it just kind of it throws you off, but it don't throw you off, but it kind of throws you off because now you just going, dang, how much of this shit is made up? Like how much of this is made up to make us be a certain way, by whoever we say is in control or running things. Like how far will they go with the lies? And like how long will we accept the like how long will we accept the terms and conditions that they putting on us? Like, do we just accept these? It's almost like you born into acceptance. You don't just accept because you had a choice. Like you born into acceptance. Like this is what it is, and you ain't really got a choice but to accept it. And that's crazy because it shows how it shapes your mind once you take on that thing. It don't matter what religion it is or what belief system or idea it is. Once you take it on, that begins to shape your reality. And this is another thing I was tripping off of. I said, damn, within reality, right? Let's say if reality was even a triangle, just a triangle with a bunch of squares, a bunch of bricks that took it to build it. You're not going to really know what brick you are. You feel me? From the jump. Like, yeah, they're not going to explain the bricks to you. They're just going to put you in place right there. And that place where they put you in, you're supposed to hold up the rest of the pyramid, basically. You're just sitting in that spot right there. So, meaning that everything that comes from you usually is going to be in that same spot, like that same system of understanding, so it can constantly repeat itself in order to hold up that triangle. Now, we're not talking about literal blocks here. We're talking about fictional blocks that come into the mind and actually block us from being what we truly are, what we so-called supposed to be. I don't even think that's a thing. Like, I don't even think there's anything that we should or have to or want to, or I don't think that's a thing. I think it's almost like, you just going along with the program. It's like it's already a program that was out there and everybody is designed to run on that program. It don't matter, like all these different ones that's coming, and you make the choice of a program, and it's like once you take that program, bro, you just on Windows 10. That's why I was tripping off the other day. I was saying about the upgrades. Like, even if it's upgrades coming out, a lot of our computing systems is not going, they outdated. They're not going to accept the new updates. It's not going to be able to grab the new updates. That's why it's so hard for us to update in the reality. It's like weird because when we see technology is constantly updating. Like I said, we have robots now to where you're going to see people with robots walking around. Like, that's gonna be probably the how cheap they going. Because I was looking, they said, damn, I'm like 20,000 for a Tesla robot. I'm like, next year, boy, they gonna come out with a robot on Temu for 3,000. The next couple of years. In the next couple of years, they're gonna have robots for like $3,000 and $4,000. Because they're gonna make them accessible to everybody. All the people on the Lord's stand, they're gonna go and recreate that same thing. Like we did it with drones, we did it with cars, we did it with phones, we did it with everything. Somebody else is gonna go and they're gonna drop one that's gonna be lower than that. Which is crazy how Tesla even said that. He said, dang, it costs 10,000 to make, I'm gonna sell them for 20. I said, now, if us, if everybody is people, I think if we like kind of was able to accept the updates to the software, we probably would be more better off because we running off a system so old that it keeps creating the same turmoil. It keeps creating the same thing. The way that life forms have been doing it is with new children upgrades, more capable of accepting by growing alongside the new. That, which is, man, that's crazy, UL. That's crazy. Because like we updating our kids. Ever had any Kalindi experiences or high dose acid experiences? He went straight to the experiences. Ever had any Kalindi experiences? Man, many of them. Many of them. That's wild because like when people come in and they ask about my experiences, it's like if you go on my channel and you go to my playlist, you gonna see it's over 1,000 videos of experiences, whether it's DMT, mushrooms, a couple of Lucy experiences, but it's a lot of high dose experiences, bro. It's a lot of them. I done had many. But back to the updates. Yeah, bro. UL was saying children with new upgrades, with new children upgrades. I don't, man. It be like damn near on us to upgrade our children. Like it's on us. Like like the world is just fascinating. It's just fascinating with everything that's going on. And then you have these people going, man, that's just they just did that in order so we don't pay attention to this. It's like maybe that is a thing. I still go back to the fact that we as people still don't understand that we have the control over everything. I don't think we as people know that. We just doing, we just running on a program that's letting us think that all these ones are in control. And it's like the shows that they're putting on to show that they have control is getting worse and worse. Like the debate. And you feel me? And it's getting worse and worse. People are starting to see that, bro, it's just a show. It's just a show in order to keep us within their illusion. And it's like, man, I was listening to Ram Doss. I sent it to Exile. Ram Doss and Terrence McKenna have a talk, which was a good talk, bro. It was a damn good talk. Ram Doss and Terrence McKenna. And like that's one of the things that one of them was saying was like, when people start to realize that it's this big thing going on, it's one person behind the curtain, the old fat man behind the curtain running everything, making the whole show what it is. And it's like once we wake up and we actually realize that you can do nothing but laugh and go, okay, dang, like, when are we going to actually come together really as people in order to make things better? Why do we always look to depend on the government or something out there to actually come and make our lives better? Like when we all in this, like we say we in it together, but yet we don't work together as making it better. Like that's the one thing that we don't do. Yeah, the program is the basic algorithm that makes people feel like they're resonating with certain things. Oh my God, that's how that debate was, trying to make them seem like, man, I watch the same thing you watch. That's Donald Trump. And they're eating our animals. They're eating our cats and dogs. He said, man, fact check. No, they're not, Trump. He said, man, I seen the video. I know it was other people out there going, I seen that video too. You right, Trump. Trump is right. Because that's what I said when somebody told me, somebody was like, did you hear what Trump said? Talking about they eating the animals, they eating the dogs, they eating the cats. I was like, I seen that video too, where the lady ate the cat. It didn't have nothing to do with that, but I'm just saying it's a video out there. He wasn't lying. It's a show for their system that they're trying to keep in momentum. Yeah, that's what I feel like. It's a show in order to keep the system the way it is, to keep it running. You feel me? And we the power behind the system. That's the like the crazy part that we don't understand. We the power, but as long as they keep on saying the things that they say, like they always say the same shit every time they get ready to run for office. I'm gonna help the people. I'm gonna help those people. Then when I'm done helping them, I'm gonna help them, and then I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna help them, and then I'm gonna help them. It's like they focal point is on a certain people, you know, each time, you know, in groups. They follow, like they grab them in groups. Like, okay, I'm gonna get this, the gun people over here. Okay, I got the global warming people over here. Which I still think, man, what you think about global warming? I don't think global warming is a thing. They make it this big thing, like the Earth is just not its own entity. Like the Earth, like this is what the Earth does. It switches and it changes up. We had the Ice Age. We had all these different ages, all these different things that happen over time because the Earth is constantly changing, like we changing. And it's like, nah, we going, no, Earth, you got to stay the same. You can't grow no hair. You feel me? We already cut down all your giant trees. You feel me? You can't do that. You're just like, no, but the earth is constantly changing. That's just what it does. And they make it seem like it's something that we're doing. Like maybe it's something that we doing that's making it do this. And it's like maybe so, but maybe not. I think that's another big illusion that they just putting out there. Oh, what's up with it? What's that? Oh, I already know who that's. I already know who that is. What's up with it, Kristen? But yeah, it's a trip, bro. It is a trip. But that global warming thing, I never even looked into that. I kind of want to do this video. I kind of want to do this video on the one I was talking about with Ram Doss and Terrence McKenna. That was a dope video. I don't know who, like, I don't know. I don't even know when they had that talk. But when they had that talk, it was dope because when you think of Terrence McKenna and you know all the things that he shared about psychedelics, and then even Ram Doss, the things that he shared, and then knowing their backgrounds and the way that they went about doing things, and then them seeing their faults. And like, you had this Terrence McKenna that wanted to change the world, and then you had this Ram Doss that just kind of wanted to be in the world, and and share the world. I don't know, like something like that. It's like the most he says this is global warming. It's like the most interesting conversation that they had though. But I'm gonna see if I can find it and play parts of it, because even the waiter, I think the waiter where they was hilarious in himself. They had a dope waiter. I forgot what country they was in. Let me see. Wait. It should be right here. Dang. Psych Substance did that video about that Tucci. That was a good one too. I ain't gonna hold you. That was a good one. He was like, usually this is the point where I go and I try it, talking about what they put in the baby oil. He said, but this stuff, I ain't trying. It's not gonna happen. Oh, here it go right here. Let me see. Let me try to pull this up so we can get a visual of this Terrence McKenna. I just kind of skipped through it. This is fair use YouTube. Like I said, I just skipped through it so you can get a notion of it. Probably go check it out because they had a dope talk. I said, I think that's one of the most fascinating things that I like to hear is like when people trying to actually save the world. Because to me, I feel like it's not a thing that can be done. Oh, hold on, let me go open this door for my daughter. Well, hold on, let me see. Fair use YouTube.
among us can make hay
Fair
with.
use, but give me a minute. I gotta go open the door real fast.
In the Jugendstil and Ralph
To welcome you.
This waiter guy was hilarious. But hold on, give me 1 minute.
Well, anytime you would like to or feel that you'd have the time to guide me through anything at all, I'd be happy to be your...
And excuse me, sir. You are not the famous Terence Mushroom McKenna. That is you, my friend.
It is.
I'm aware of.
That's him.
It
That's
is.
the man.
Oh, how wonderful! Yes, pleased to welcome you on our Bohemian Highway. I especially bring you very good black coffee and espresso. And if you may tell me, who is the attractive elderly gentleman you brought on your side on your companionship here?
This is Mr. Doss.
Oh, the MS DOS, yes.
No, the Ram does.
Oh, the CD-ROM.
The CD-ROM, yes.
Oh,
CD-ROM DOS.
The LSD
LSD does. Yes, the one,
Oh,
yes.
wonderful. Take this, Wildebeest.
Oh,
making
thank you. Thank
very
you.
bohemian. And this...
I am so happy to be in your fair country.
Oh, my country, very fair and happy to have the LSD experience. You know, you
What is your name? What is your name?
My name is Waiter.
Waiter, how do you do, Waiter? A pleasure.
Yeah, see you, Waiter. Okay.
See you later.
That is hilarious. He said the LSD, the LSD ROM, the CD ROM, the ROM DOS. That I think it was kind of trippy, just the fact that he even knew who both these people were. Like,
You don't think there's any... It would needs the external form of the mushroom.
It would never have happened for me. I only argue from my own experience.
Yeah, but you and I were both so thick and crap when it had, that's why we needed it.
Well, but there are a few others out there. We didn't corner the market on being thick and crap.
Yeah. But I'm talking about something like a Ramana Maharshi or somebody like that.
Oh, well,
illusionary
I mean, there are
scripts.
people
sure. But the idea is not to come up with...
It's like, just to hear these two talk is kind of interesting, because you hear both of their points on, you hear both of their points on life, on like, from their experiences that they had, whether it was from psychedelics or Ram Dass, talking to people that were dying, old people. It's like just their points of view on things is just kind of, just make you go,
something that the best among us can make hay with, but a democratic
fair use,
something which
YouTube.
addresses the species. The thing that seemed to me so important about the psychedelic experience was that it happened to me. I wasn't reading John Chrysostom or Meister Eckhart.
Exactly.
Of course, those guys.
Right on. It happened to me. It happened to me. Yes.
And so I assume that I am a very ordinary person. Therefore, if it...
That's wild, huh? He said, just feel like it happened to me. This isn't a world. This is a one man deceptions. I don't know what you mean by that, Kristen.
It happened to me, it could happen to anyone, and that's really
a questionable.
something.
That was a set of assumptions there. One, that you're a very ordinary person, and whether the same chemical given to a dozen people would bring about 11 other people like
Similar
this. And I think it would be the outcome would be very different. And that's it. I keep getting cast into an evolution of consciousness model about individuals, because there's such marked individual differences. As to 3 people come before my guru, one completely goes, and the other 2 get a chapati. And people...
That's what I be saying too. It's like, when even going into the psychedelic experience, you're gonna have some people that's gonna be like, oh golly. You're gonna have some people everybody's gonna have their different outlook on it. Some people gonna be scared, some people gonna look at it as, life changing, and then you gonna have other ones that's gonna take it like it was the worst thing that happened to them. Like, you gonna have all these different outlooks, and it's like weird, because if you put that up against what's actually even happening in just real life, it's the same thing. It's like no different. It works the same.
Will take psilocybin, and some go like that, and they go
Fair
like
use.
that, and some
Yeah.
go like that, and they go like that.
Well, don't you think a good metaphor for it would be sexuality?
interesting
Apparently, there are some people who can kind of take it or leave it, and others of us, it rears its ugly head with great presence. Yet everybody has to
I
come
notice
to
as I get
terms
older,
with
I
it.
move from one of these categories to the other. It leaves so much space in my life. I don't know what to do with my free time.
I hope it never happens to me.
That's how it seems like the older you get, like the categories like kind of change. You kind of go through them. But she said a more interesting experience, getaway trip will be back to reality. Thousands of other selves, as many versions of oneself. Your power is there. Yeah, it's thousands. It's an infinite amount of selves. Infinite, infinite.
Just clinging. Just clinging.
No, just aspiring to cling.
Aspiring
Actually, I
to
live the
cling.
life of an ascetic. It's my aspirations that are pulling me down. Well, see, the nice thing about this evolutionary argument is that you can sort of make the snake take its tail in its mouth,
Exactly.
because
Exactly. It does.
the escape is not into some science fiction future.
No.
It's into an archaic recursion of some sort. We once knew everything we need to know.
Yeah.
So what we are trying to find out is lost knowledge, not new knowledge. And if you direct people back toward 10,000, 20,000 years ago, they see a kind of completion, that an open-ended future is.
It seems to me it's a confusing thing to use time in that way, because it makes the artifacts of that period seem to be valued as opposed to the artifacts of this period. And it seems to me
That's exactly what I be saying, bro. We be stuck back there, like as if there's no value in this right here. So it's like we not even living in this right here. We living in that. We trying to stay back there in that, and it's like, whoa, that shit makes sense. That was my DMT trip. That's why my thoughts was all the way back there. Damn, that's wild.
that I mean, whether you call it not science fiction, but science fiction can also be very compassionate. It can be very historically relevant. It doesn't have to be. It's just using a different set of artifacts to work with. So,
Well, for instance, I see most of what's happened in the 20th century as being unconsciously driven by this fascination with the archaic.
fascination with the archaic.
Yes, I mean,
Wow, that was of all the things I predicted you'd say, it wasn't that. Tell me what.
well, for instance, Impressionism deconstructs the hard image of realism and gives you a feeling toned thing, which was very antithetical to Victorian Edwardian thought. Then Freud and Jung describe different aspects of the unconscious, but to do it, Freud has to talk about repressed, primitive sexual imaginings. Jung talks about folklore, fairy tales, and mythology. Meanwhile, the Dadaists and the Surrealists are saying we have to break up the linear expectations of the bourgeois mind. And then you get at Jackson
It's kinda
Pollock
like
and
everything
those
was
people
made
who
for
say
its
the image
time or
itself
something.
has to be thrown out. And then, to my mind, the psychedelic thing in the 60s, based on rock and roll and a boundary dissolving psychedelic, we almost by a random walk are finding our way toward shamanism, tribalism, nomadism.
Go beyond the isms to find out. Tell me what we're really finding.
We're finding a world made out of mind rather than stuff.
Great. Okay, we're finding a world made out of mind. Every time you describe which mind is mine, that's just a limiting condition. I mean, if we just find the thing of mind-created stuff, live in that, then what happens?
Well, I mean, there is a transcendental
then,
dimension
when you find that,
beyond
then what?
language. It's just hard as hell to talk about it.
But if you live in it and talk from there, then the forms that it will manifest in become just the forms it manifests in. It's nothing more.
Exactly.
more or less than
That's
that.
it.
So you mean you download the unspeakable into language and
Yeah.
let the
Or-
chips fall where they may?
Well, they don't fall where they may. They fall in a perfectly harmonious pattern.
Same thing.
Well, that's them falling where they may.
That's crazy because you like I do this at times to where I'll be talking to somebody about something and then we'll be explaining it in two different ways, but we'll just be saying the same thing. It's like it'll still just be the same thing, and that's basically what they do, and they saying the same thing, just saying it in two different ways. Whether the chips fall where they may, or whether you look at it falling in a harmonious way, it's still the same thing. It's still the same thing, but it's on. You can look at it the way you want to.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful part.
Well, so what I'm hearing from you is you have a very strong sense of the pattern, strong enough that your necessarily limited personal viewpoint doesn't tend to get in the way. You can always push the reset to hope button, and then you hope almost on principle.
Trump has said to me, stand halfway between hope and hopelessness. I thought that was very useful.
And is that
No.
what is it? It's
It's the ecstasy of total horror and total beauty at the same moment. That's what I feel again and again. It's when I'm with somebody dying of AIDS. My God, my heart's breaking. It's horrible. It's a ghastly social ostracization, this, that, opportunistic illness and everything. And there's another part of me that's giggling. And I can hardly handle the multiphrenia of it all, the sense of the perfection of it all, and the beauty of the moment, and the horrible shit of it, you know?
Well, it all is spun together. Is that because you feel confident that the self is somehow indestructible, or because you don't even ask that question?
I don't ask that
But you
question.
got to watch the words indestructible, because that has a time dimension.
What's up, Troy?
I think that awareness is that.
But for example, do you think this is the stage upon which all acts are performed, or that we move
No,
up
this is
and
one of the
down
stages.
many levels?
Infinite number.
Golly.
Probably infinite number. Because I just look into two minds and I see two different ones. And those are all on just this one. No, I feel like I have this friend Emmanuel, you know, this spook that has no body. And Emmanuel's two lines to me were, death is absolutely safe, first thing. That's a very profound statement. And the next thing he said, it was like taking out the tight shoe.
Oh my God.
And then I said to him, Emmanuel, what am I doing here? Who made this error? What am I doing on this plane? He said, you're in
Said
school.
that.
Why don't you try taking the curriculum?
Like, you in school, why don't you try taking the curriculum instead of trying to get out of here, trying to hurry up and smash off? Like, just chill out, be in life. He's like, death is like taking off a tight shoe. That is trippy. Because I would think that death wouldn't be painless. Like, it wouldn't be something that, like, everybody got to do it. It ain't like it just got here yesterday or something, or just started happening 2,000 years ago. No, it's been happening, and it's going to be happening for a minute. So we need to get used to it.
And the curriculum is
Life.
Life
any
itself.
life.
It means the exploration of the clinging of mind within the world of projected form.
So the exploring life.
It's the exploring life with it's purposive in the sense of returning back into the Garden of Eden. It's a return. There is a return metaphor underlying all of it.
And I'm sure you're asked this all the time, so am I. Maybe we give different answers. Do you
Like,
think
wait,
that
what?
this can be done without psychedelics fast enough to have an impact on the global situation?
No. Yeah, to think about that one, can it? Because
I could.
Cause remember he said by a certain time he said everybody's gonna be took psychedelics and the world gonna be changed. He said once we got to that time, I was like, man, hold on. Everybody, it didn't happen the way you thought it was gonna happen. The people say something similar, like they're freed and a weight is lifted and the pain goes away. Oh yeah, yeah. Because after the NDE, going and seeing all those things, you don't have that fear of death. Like that be the same. That's why I be comparing NDEs to the psychedelic experience. Because when I took the mushrooms that one time, and I could see like death and life happening. It was like death was going up, but life was coming down. It was the weirdest thing. I can't even put it into words because it was just like this. It wasn't even a transition. It was just almost like, dang, like the wind blowing or something. That was just going like that. One was going up, one was coming down, and it was like, wait, hold on. Like it didn't seem like it was a painful thing. It seemed like almost like it was just a part of it. It's a part of it. That's a part of the reality. So we make it this big thing. It's like almost like that's why we come up with all these after death illusionary ideas that we have about death. You feel me? Because you're going to go to a place where it's going to be all bad, or you're going to go to a place where it's going to be all good. You have to do this in order to get to the place that is going to be all good. But we already know that it's the yin and the yang. Both of them got to exist together. They exist together. This is how they work. This is what they do right here, all happening once at the same time. But then it's like we make it all these other things, and it's weird because from the start of coming up with a answer to something that we didn't understand, it began the evolution of death. It began the evolution of life, meaning every idea just evolved to get better and better and better and better. And not saying that they are true, but they evolve to, to something that we look at as being true. Like we can make it true if we want. You can believe in what gods you want to believe in. You can believe in what afterlife you want to believe in. It doesn't matter. Like it matters only to you. But that don't mean that's what it is. It's just you saying you just took it upon yourself to take that idea and believe that idea. Why? I don't know, but I'm just saying, bro, it's crazy that like all these things have evolved into the afterlife, and everything has evolved into what it is now. And that's which is kind of fascinating, because then it make you think about reality and realities and the reality that are generated behind death just being a thing. So now we're creating other realities within the death reality, because we just call it death because the body goes and we don't, know anything else. We just know that the body dies and we don't see that person no more in this life. So it's like, once that is done, now we can turn it into, oh, that person went to heaven. Or we can say, oh, that person went to hell. Or we can say, oh, this happened to that person. Or, that person was bad. So, Hitler was bad. So he went to hell. He's going to, and the ideas of it just got stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and better, to where we wanted to believe this one over here. Like, I'll take the heaven one, because who wants the hell one? So now I'm going to be good and do what I have to do in order to get to that place. But it's like, in the sense, are you just being good in order to get to that place? Why do that place has to be mentioned for you to be good here? What, like, how come you just can't live life and be a good person and love everybody and do all good things because this is what you want to do? Like, why do you have to have a reason to do that? Which takes it even deeper, because now you rocking with that idea, with that concept. Now you can go around and you can point out everybody else's wrongs. You can point them out and say, hey, you're not supposed to do that. Hey, you not. It's like almost like you became the judge, you feel me, of life, of everybody's life choices or what's going on in life. And you only did that from your own mind perspective. And it's like kind of, bro, it's kind of weird, bro. It's kind of weird. And I hate to even look at it like this now. But at the same way, it's a beautiful thing because, just based on a person's belief system, I can tell where, I can like have a better understanding of them, of why they feel the way they feel or why they talk the way they talk, like just based upon their belief system or their ideas, or it's like the weirdest thing, but the thing is going every which way.
Conceive that it could be. You asked, do I think? I don't really have an opinion whether it will or won't, but I could see it go either way. Well, like John Seed said to me, it's too late as far as the rainforest is concerned. He says the inertia is too great in the whole system. It's too late. So I said, okay, John. It was the first time somebody said it to me just like that. He said, it would take a miracle. I said, oh. That threw me back on whatever that was. And then he said, but after all, he said, we came up out of the ocean and came onto land. He said, we have quite a lineage of miracles. I wouldn't underestimate us. That was a nice one.
Well, so my question to you is, are psychedelics...
So that's what they believe. Like, if we came out of the ocean onto land, we're not even going to get into that because that would mess up a whole lot of different stories that we have now. If we started from the ocean and came out the ocean and started walking on land, bro, where was we before that?
Psychedelics are a miracle, yes. They may not be the only miracle.
Are they the miracle we need?
I don't know that. I think they may have already done what they were to do.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah, because they was here so long ago. I find minds wondering if I'm a better person because I want to make up for all the fucked up shit I've done, or if I've actually become a genuinely good person. Yeah, that's I went through that too at a time, to where am I just trying to make up for the wrong I did back then? And then when I look back and I look at the wrong I've done, Corey, I can actually say, dang, a lot of it I didn't know. I didn't have the understanding that I have now. Like, I was just going along with the program, almost like, okay, I see, the ones that I look up to, they believe in Trump. So I just said, okay, I'm going to believe in Trump because the ones that I look up to, they believe in Trump. No matter if somebody over there is saying, no, Trump is wrong, Trump is this, Trump is that, I'm still going to follow it because the ones around me and the ones I'm close to, this is what they're following. And like, I'm going, dang, so really, I didn't do anything wrong. I did exactly what I needed to do to get me to this point of right here of being the person that I am. Like, all that had to be done. We can't take back those things. We can't. And like now, I just be good because this is what I like to do. I'm not looking to get nothing out of it. The thing that I get out of it is by making other people happy. That's what I get out of it. That's the one. I'm not trying to make myself happy because I already found my happiness within myself, to where I don't have to go out there and look for it no more. I don't have to go and search for it. I don't have to look outside of myself for my own happiness. I'm already happy. I'm just understanding why everybody can't find their happiness or their happy space. And the cold thing about it, I was trying to explain this to my youngin' the other day, because he was like, what about, like how, how people try to, how people just kind of get over on us at sometimes, and they make you feel some type of way. And it's like, bro, it's like, when you think about everything that happened, yesterday and before, like 1 minute ago and before then, man, it doesn't matter. It's gone. It's dead. You feel me? Like, we living right now. Like, this is right now. Like, the only person carrying your past is you. Nobody else is carrying it. You carrying it. Like, you can set those bags down and walk away from them anytime you get ready. Because you can't, like, No more making excuses, no more blaming yourself, no more feeling bad for mistakes that you made. You can set those bags down and walk away from them. And like my son was telling me, like, well, basically, if I do that, then what about if it come back around? It's like, bro, you gonna know not to make that mistake again. But that don't mean that you have to live every day carrying that. And feeling that pain, sticking yourself with that needle every day. You don't have to. You can put that shit down and you can walk away from it and never deal with it again. And then if something else comes up that's even close to it, remotely close to it, you'll know how to handle it. You'll know not to let it take you in that direction that you went in the past. But it's like, why carry it and beat yourself up about it every day? Like that, and then you will be wondering why we feeling bad all the time, or why we got an attitude, or why we still angry. It's because we carrying all those mistakes, and we letting those mistakes start ruling our lives and ruling the way that we go about life. And it's like, bro, you feel me? Put them bags down. One day, just set the bags down and walk away. You feel me? Like, that's all you got to do. Set the bags, set all that luggage down. Say, man, I'm only taking the carry-on. You feel me? I know I'm going to be gone for a whole week, but I'm going to just take this carry-on. I'm not trying to carry all those bags. You feel me? Because, that's what I was explaining to him, because he had just got on the plane. He tried to take a gang of bags. And I'm like, when you think about it and you go get on that plane, they're going to charge you for all them bags. They're going to charge you on top of that, having to carry them all. Just think of that weight upon yourself. Like, you remember back in the days going to school, carrying that heavy-ass backpack. The more books you had in it, the more harder it was to carry. And then you'll carry all when we first started, like junior high school and high school, we would carry all our books within our backpack. You feel me? Before we even got a locker. And then you started getting smart and you said, dang, okay, I got math. Okay, I only got math and science today. Then I don't need my social economics book. I don't need my cookbook. I don't need that book. I don't need this. Okay, all I need is these two, because this is what I got today. And you start to learn, what you need to carry on a daily basis. You feel me? What Erykah Badu say? You're going to hurt your back dragging all them bags. Yeah, like that. Yeah, you're going to hurt your back, bro. Hey. Yeah, Erykah Badu did put that shit in perspective. Yeah, the bag lady. You feel me? Carrying all those bags. You carry all the baggage of every man that did something or, felt like they did something. And then, you take those bags to the next house. And you got all them bags and this mother. Now I gotta help you unpack all that shit that you brought from. It's like, no. You don't even need that. You feel me? Sometimes you gotta start anew. You just gotta be like, fuck all that. Leave that shit behind. I'll get some new bags. I'll get some new clothes. I'll just get something while I'm there to wear or something like that. Sometimes you gotta just leave it behind, bro. And it's not easy to do. It's not easy to do when we working with our feelings, though. Because a lot of times, we hurt people or we got hurt. And we got hurt bad to where, you don't want to let it go. Like, you carry that pain, not realizing that just that little pain right there is causing so much harm in your life. You feel me? Because now you using that pain on everybody else. And it's like, yeah, I think that's Corey. That's why we say when you dive in on psychedelics, you got to fully let go. Like, this is something that is teaching you about the bags that you carry. That's why, it like when they go, you don't exist, or, a lot of these things that the psychedelics is teaching you is to get rid of. It's helping you get rid of all that excess baggage that you're carrying. It's helping you get rid of all that, because a lot of those things are creating fear. They're creating fear, and it's messing up your relationship with life or with other people. It's like creating different fears that you really don't need, bro. And like, that's the one thing that I can say that I did learn to accept and see is that, you know, the psychedelics was helping me get off all that baggage I was carrying. Like, cause at one time it like hit me to where I just wanted to go and apologize to everybody I wronged. And I was like, dang, some of the people you wronged, they don't even know you wronged them. But this is where you get into when they talk about what is it called? Dang, that damn thing keep on flying around me. I cannot catch it. That's where dang, what is that one word that they use? I forgot, bro. I forgot. But you know, you learn to let go. You'll let go of those things. You know, it just kind of helps for you to start new pathways for yourself. You know, and stop being on the same path. I think, like, it's trippy. It's just trippy.
I think it's
never heard anything.
I think what is done is so much more powerful than anybody yet recognizes. See, I see that all this destruction is just the process of transformation. The question is whether to keep it together in the process of transformation. And that's why all I'm interested in doing is becoming a person and helping others become a person who, in the process of the dramatic stuff, will keep some equanimity and keep there's some love and some presence in that process.
Like, I like how he say that because it's letting you know the destruction and everything is happening and it's not gonna change. And that's why I say, like, even like with diving in on psychedelics, sometimes that shit is intense. That's why people get pillows and they make themselves real comfortable, you know, in order for the ride. And I think that's what a lot of the ideas that we have in life about you know, heaven and hell. This is like we say certain things in order just to make this ride more comfortable for people. Like, we know you on a roller coaster going up and down, but if you hold your hands up like this and you scream the whole time, when you get to the end, you go into heaven. If you just sit there and, you know, you just argue and yell and curse and all that on the ride, you go into hell. And it's like we do a lot of these things in order to just to do that, to make ourselves make everybody around us and everybody that's living this thing comfortable with what's going on, because nobody understands it, but everybody want to try to understand it, but you can't. You can't. It's impossible. It wasn't, I don't think life was meant to be understood. Like something he said at the beginning, you feel me? Like, you in the school, just call it a school. You know, you here learning to be a human. It wasn't meant to be understood, to understand what a human was, because you can't, because you don't know who made it. You feel me? You're not going to know who made it. Not right now. You feel me? You're not going to know. You're going to have ideas and different things, but you're really not going to know. That's just somebody else's idea that came up with it and said, this is what happened. Like, I think that's what a lot of these stories be like. It like we all sitting around the campfire and, you know, grandpa telling us a story about life and what's going on in life and how life was made. And we going, oh, that makes sense. But he got that story from his grandpa. That got it from his grandpa. That got it from his grandpa. They got it from his grandpa. And in reality, nobody really knows. Nobody really knows. And that's one thing, you know, that's the thing. Nobody knows and nobody gonna know. No, because it started so long ago, like we couldn't fathom that many years within a lifetime. Like, so how? And maybe in the future when we create a machine that can do it, or some computer that can actually tell it.
But that's, psychedelics may play a role in that. So you're right, that comes back to your state.
Well, see, my assumption in trying to...
Hey, and it's crazy because all these things, I like, from the way I look at it, none of these things are going to fix the world. This is the problem. This is the problem that we have right here. We thinking, okay, psychedelics gonna fix the world. We thinking religion is gonna fix the world. We thinking a new president is gonna fix the world. The world can't be fixed. The world don't need fixing. It's not the world. It's not the world that's out here causing chaos. It's not the world. We got to use our words real wisely when we're talking. We're talking about humans. Humans. Exactly, Big Chill. You only know what you know. And what you know is begin to know is you really don't know shit. That's what I'm beginning to know, bro. I don't know nothing. And probably never will know anything. And probably will not ever know anything. But I'll just know just enough for myself to keep myself going and keep myself woke.
Think about
Big Chill in the
thousands of
building.
psychedelic trips rather than just mine. What they seem to do generically is they seem to dissolve boundaries.
Yes.
And the ego is in the business of creating, maintaining, and defending boundaries. So I really see the psychedelics as directly intervening in the core process which is running us over the edge, which is our inability to emotionally connect with the consequences of what we're doing. If for a single moment we could feel what we're doing, we would stop.
I understand.
But that's and like I understand what Terrence is saying, but also you got to understand that everybody's not gonna take psychedelics. That's impossible. That's not gonna happen. That's like basically saying everybody's gonna be a Christian. It's like, no, they're not. Everybody's not gonna dive into psychedelics. So psychedelics, and all these things been around for so long. Okay, they ain't fixed shit yet. They ain't fixed nothing. They made everybody view the world differently or made us act differently, but they didn't fix anything. They didn't fix anything, bro. Ain't nothing broken. And if it is broken, it's broken in the correct manner that it's supposed to be broke.
We do.
It's interesting because you take images that all of us know of the girl running down the street naked in Cambodia, or something like that. And we say that wasn't strong enough. It won the Life of the Year award, but it wasn't strong enough. It didn't stop everybody and say, holy shit, what are we doing here? So what would be strong enough to do that? And you say, well, psychedelics, but it's in a one-on-one thing. I mean, we're talking major game players at this moment. Put China into your computer. Either you're spraying it, or it's water, or it's some other level of consciousness that does it. There is a certain level of trauma that's possible that can soften the ground. Right? Not 3 Mile Island and not Chernobyl, but I don't want to create this with my mind, but I can imagine a certain trauma, like in Marin when they ran out of water. Mm-hmm. It was interesting. Suddenly all the ego barriers and everything, and neighbors were talking who'd never even met each other.
People were taking showers together.
A whole process was happening. I'm sure marriages, babies were conceived, everything as a result of that trauma, of that denial. So a massive, significant trauma. I just got to tell you one scary image. There's a saint in India who lived up to about 1930, I think so. And one of his devotees said to me, one night he was sort of looking off in the distance, and he said, there'll come a time, he said, when you'll walk 5 miles, and he said, you'll sight the light from a fire of another person, and you'll be so happy to know another person exists.
Quite a prediction.
Isn't that quite a prediction?
Come back from that cycle. That's how I felt coming back from that DMT. I was just happy to be back. Happy the world was here still. Thought it was gone. I thought it was over. I thought y'all was gone. I got back. I said, oh, shit. I'm happy to be back. Hey, but yeah, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. That's the, I don't know. I think I like to hear Terrence McKenna and Ram Dass talk. I ain't gonna hold you. But golly, it be so slow. It be forever. It seemed like they talked for like 5 years. That's what it seemed like. It seemed like a 9-10 year conversation. They taking forever to say something. And then, but I don't see psychedelics being the thing that is gonna so-called fix everybody. You know, it was one time, you know, like, cause I think we go through all these different stages of understanding when you messing with the psychedelics. You go through all these different stages, and then, you know, once you get to the top stage, you just go, God damn it. Like, I'm the one created all the stages. Like, what the hell? Like, every stage I went through, like, that was me going that this stage was higher than that one, or that one was better than that one, and then so on and so on. It was like just me. Like, it wasn't even the psychedelics that was taking me. It was me taking myself through all these stages. It's like once you come to that realization, you go, damn, ain't nothing need fixing. Ain't nothing can be fixed. Will nothing ever, nothing's gonna be fixed. Cause it don't need fixing. Everything is working perfectly. Like I was just saying this the other day. Hate is doing what? It's doing its job. Love is doing what? It's doing its job. There's nothing that's broken. There's nothing that's actually broken. The only thing is, it's the way that we're viewing it and we're going about doing it. Like, that's the only crazy thing. It's like, it's the people. It's the people. It's always the people. I don't know. That tiger did snatch that lady up. I ain't gonna lie. So it might be the tigers and the lions too. But I'm just saying, bro. You feel me? Nothing is, when it don't need fixing and you don't see it's not broken, it's like, how you keep on fixing it is an illusion. Like especially if it's really the yin and the yang, if it's really just yin and the yang, bro, it's nothing to be fixed. But hold on 1 second, give me 1 second. Man, golly, man, see how reality is crazy. I said one kid get excused from school, then the other kid called me like I need to get excused from school. How'd you even know your sister got excused from school? Is y'all working together? I think they working together. I don't know. But he said, good afternoon, True, and chat, happy Canadian Thanksgiving. Man, yeah, it's Canadian Thanksgiving already. Oh my God, bro. I know I was going, man. Yeah, I guess I will. I will if y'all want to come in here and chop it up. Big chill. I open the Discord for a quick midget. Yeah. If I can find it.
What up, double OG, triple OG, double OG?
What it do, Regal?
Yeah,
What's up with
what's
you,
up,
man?
bro?
What's up with you, man?
Not much, bro. Just trying to get the good life going here.
The good life.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, man, give me some of that so it can rub off on me.
No, man. I think you got a good life.
No, I do. I ain't gonna say my life is bad. It's
That's
pretty.
good.
It's hectic. Don't get me wrong. It's hectic.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Give me a
Yeah.
second.
Yep.
Dang, man. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's done, son. That's done,
Oh, one,
son.
two. 1, 2. Oh, 1, 2.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man. I was sitting up here we was listening to that. What's up with it, Kamalan? We was sitting up there listening to that Ram Dass and Terrence McKenna little talk.
Oh,
Yeah, I was, wondering if if psychedelics can actually save the world.
Well, they're infiltrating it the more and more as we get into the future because of the ease of access. Remember back in the day, you had to know somebody who knew somebody, who knew somebody, who knew somebody. Now
Man,
it's just like,
no, that wasn't. No, back in the day, they had big access to. Man, like it'd be a lot of people here be like, man, I took Lucy when I was 14, and I'm like, how?
right.
Like how?
They're from Bohemian Grove. They live in San Francisco.
It's like 14 years old. Like at 14, I was riding bikes, and yeah, I was. I think it was because I lived in the say no to drug era.
Dare.
Yeah,
Drug abuse.
there. Yeah, exactly. We had crime. We had McGruff the crime dog and shit.
Yes.
Talking about some. Yeah, just say kid. He come to everybody's school. Just say no to drugs.
I know. Like, how we gonna go against a cool ass dog wearing a raincoat? Like, I can't do it. I can't say no.
With some Lokes on. With some Lokes on. You feel me? With some
With a-
Lokes.
and I swear there was one campaign where he had dread. No, I'm just playing. He didn't have.
He probably did. McGruff crime dog goes to Jamaica.
Yeah, he's like, McGruff, man. McGruff.
I know, huh? Remember we even had the commercial, like on the news. The news be like, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?
Right. Back in the day, boy. Back in the day, every we were afraid of anything they said on the news that was like you were supposed to watch out. Watch out for blue vans driving around the LA area.
Man.
It's like what? Like,
Say,
what's
what
wrong with the
blue
blue
van?
van?
Soon as you see your uncle in that blue van, you go, shit, I can't no, I don't need a ride.
Yeah, nah, I'm gonna just call my mom from the payphone. It's all
Yeah,
good.
I'm just call mama. You call from that payphone. This is a collect call from Regal. Oh, it was the days though, man.
Like that's how you can tell how old somebody is. How much was a call from a payphone when you were young? Me, it was 20 cents, 2 dimes.
Yeah, 2 dimes. I
Two
remember the
dimes.
20.
Yup. If you put a quarter in, you got a nickel back. It was pretty cool.
When was the last time you seen a payphone?
Man, bro. Like I know they have them sometimes, I guess, in weird ass spots, but I think they took out payphones back in like the early 2000s.
Snatched all the payphones, took all of them, huh? Like, you ain't got no charge on your phone, ain't no payphone. You gotta ask somebody to use their cell phone. But everybody there's so many cell phones going around. Everybody got one. Obama
Right,
made sure of that.
yeah, and remember it was a big deal to do what do they call that? A long distance call. A long distance call was anything with a different area code.
Man, oh my God. You was getting charged.
Yeah, people with the house. Oh yeah, you can use my phone. Well, hold on. Is it local?
Is it
I'm like,
local?
what do you mean it's local?
Try to
Like,
get me hit with that 90 cent a minute.
They'd be like, if you dial more than 7 digits, I'm whooping your ass.
Man. Remember they came out with that. What was that? What was that one music station where you call in and you order the videos?
Oh. Like VH1? I'm not sure.
No, they had another one and it was like all it did was play videos, and you can call in and you can buy to where they'll play a video for you, like whatever video they had. I don't forgot how it even went. But it was just music videos.
Can't remember that one.
I remember my homeboy was in the paper for calling for calling. Hey, he ran his phone bill up to $150,000 from calling the porn station or something.
Oh my God.
They start calling porno like
Oh, man, wild. That was wild.
that was when I was in like the 5th grade, man. I'm like going, that was the 80s.
bro. People don't even know or remember. So you remember when you used to call Pacific Bell and get the time?
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah, like at the sound of the tone, the time will be 8:57, and it'd be like,
yeah.
well, there was this phone number that some little rascals in junior high had. They're like, hey, call this number.
Hey, you got a lot
And
of feedback in the
like,
back, Rance. You got to mute your mic, Rance. Thank you.
but dude, the homie got this number. He was like, bro, call this number from a payphone. It was like 10 of us little ass kids around this payphone. Like, okay, call it. And then it'd be this like sexy ass lingerie voice lady, and she'd be like, at the sound of the moan, the time will be 12:05. Ah!
Yeah.
I'm not even lying, bro. I'm not even
No, I remember that. I remember
Yeah.
that.
That was so
What's
funny.
his
Like,
fun? Yeah, it's wild because now the time is on everything. Got a
yeah,
clock
right.
on
There's
everything.
no watch. There's no need for calling the time. I mean, really, like it's always on your cell phone. Remember when BlackBerry used to be off the chain? Like BlackBerry was the shit. Like, damn, that's legit.
Yeah.
Like that's the iPhone right there. That's the ultimate businessman. I made it phone, a
I
BlackBerry.
made it.
Now,
That shit had
Yeah.
90 buttons on it.
it was a universal remote. It was like, damn.
It had
Are
90
we-
buttons on it.
The better way? Yeah,
st-
that's the better way.
I still laugh about when the first camera phone came out.
Oh man,
when the
I
first-
can't even remember.
Man, I think it was like I had a Nokia, and they
Yeah.
came out with a camera, but the camera you have to stick on the bottom of the phone, and you could take pictures when you pop it on. But then you couldn't see, you couldn't tell who it was. You was taking a picture. It's like I only know that's you, Regal, because you got on that same black shirt. Other than that.
Right. It was a picture though. It was a
Yeah.
picture.
Other than that, I would have thought it was Dwayne Johnson.
It's
I just thought it was a rock.
that ain't the rock. That's the pebble.
P Diddy got a gang of those pictures.
Oh hell! Shivers down me spine.
They go find his old Nokia phone. They really gonna throw up. They gonna say shit.
They go, look like everybody got poop on them. They did.
But do you
He
think?
did it.
Do you
He
think
went
it's
from
do-
to
do you-
Puff.
from P Diddy, Puff to Sean Combs,
Right.
Sean
Then he went
Diddy Combs?
close. Remember, because Fubu was fire, and then Fubu, I don't know what the hell happened to Fubu, because I swear when Fubu came out, it was fire, and then Sean Combs came out with his clothing line, and then Jordan had clothes, and then all of a sudden Fubu became like knockoff, and I was like, really?
Yeah.
When Fubu Kid and Fubu came out, we thought it was like dope. We're like, wow. This is some styrofoam on my t-shirt. How'd this happen? That look cool.
Now you see somebody with some FUBU shoes on, you be like, where he get them from?
I'd be like, hey bro, which rock you get them at?
Yeah, what's Ross?
Y'all get that at Marshalls? Where'd you get that?
At Marshalls. And then what was the other one? Remember it was called Ed Hardy.
Ed Hardy.
Yeah.
Remember Pele? Was it Pele?
Yeah, Pele.
Yeah, bro, I thought Pele was dope. Like, no lie, some of these like kind of like fly by night hood brands, if you will, some of them were dope. Some of them were all right.
Yeah.
Because I had a dope jacket from Pele and some dope jeans from Pele.
Pele. Avarex.
Averex, yeah. Averex
No.
was all right.
When I seen what's the name in Ross, I said, oh hell no. LRG. When I seen LRG in Ross in Burlington, I said, hey, what the fuck?
Bruh.
I'm like, now you can go get True Religion at Ross.
That's unbelievable, bro. That's really so wild. Like I watched this report. I watched this report that talked about the clothing today being cheaper than the clothing from the past, like in the sense of like the quality.
Yeah.
So it's like they made the clothing a little cheaper so that basically you got to rebuy some new clothes every year, basically.
Yeah, yeah, like they made the material all cheap. So after about 3 washes, you pull your shirt out and it had holes in it or something, and you
Right.
like,
I'm
what
like,
the
damn,
fuck?
ain't that swole? Like, how I get armpit holes already?
Yeah, it holes
That's
in
what.
my shirt. That's I never could understand that. What is it? I'm like, going, is it the bleach? What is this eating holes in these shirts?
Right. Like, damn, is my dryer that good? Like, damn.
It's gnomes in there or something. The same gnomes that's stealing people's socks. I don't know.
Right. Man,
And
back in
then
the day, I'm not lying, bro. Like people be like, "No, you just an old head." I'm like, "No, dude. I'm telling you, back in the day, almost everything was better. Like, like for real. Like, and the only reason why young people don't know that it was better is because they just don't even know. They just
they
don't even know what it used to be like.
that I mean, yeah, they don't care because this is what it's like now. So it's like back then, like even when you talk to your parents, they say the same thing, and then you talk to their parents, they say the same thing. They'll take it all the way back to slavery days and say it was better during this time, and it's like I don't know.
Nah, I don't know about that. But I don't know about the slave being like, "Oh, it was better
Like
back when
it was
we were
better
working."
when we was
Like,
young.
yeah, they got y'all under the spell.
Yeah, it was when we was young. It was a whole lot better. It wasn't like it was today. Today these kids,
These kids.
yeah, it's like every generation say that shit. You feel me? Now I said, damn. Now old is 30.
Right, right.
You 30, you a grandma already, a grandpa. You 30.
You 30, you already know all the information with the internet,
Yeah, with the internet.
everything.
Yeah, that's the. I mean, the internet made it easier for information to get thrown around. It made it so
Yeah,
much easier.
yeah, absolutely,
So
absolutely.
now you don't have to go to the library and look through them Encyclopedia Britannicas.
Written by the white man.
Hey, hey, you used to play that Encyclopedia Britannica commercial. Boy, I'm ordering me a set of them so my kids can start learning.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm about to get up with this right here. I'm about to get ahead. Watch this.
Yeah, got
Yeah,
that shit sitting on the dresser like it's 10 Bibles.
it's been yeah, exactly. And the worst part is your mom or grandma would yell at you like, "Don't touch those. Those too expensive." It's like, well, then what they here for?
So you can walk by them and see them.
So you could exactly, so you can see him and just be in awe. Be like, wow, that book got a whole lot of knowledge.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy, man. Crazy, crazy world. But I gotta tap out though, Regal, man. I'm a holler,
All
man.
right, bro.
All
Sounds
right,
good.
all right.
All right,
Peace out.
I'll do so. Late.
Yeah, I'm about to tap out, y'all. About to tap out. I got some important stuff I gotta handle real fast, and then I'm gonna come back probably later if I can, but I gotta tap out. I'm gonna see what's up later, man. Y'all have a